I'm Louise Murphy. I graduated in 2016 with a bachelor's in graphic design, and I'm currently a graphic designer at Hawthorne Creative in Portsmouth. So my SNHU selection story is kind of funny because my mom worked here for a number of years. So my mom really encouraged me to go to an open house, and it was at the open house where I really saw what the school had to offer. I was really surprised at all the amenities that they had, and I really got a sense that they cared about the students here. When we saw, the student center had just been renovated, it was brand new. It had lots of stuff for students to do there, and I just got a really good sense of community here. And I think ultimately that's what drew me here. I became interested in graphic design. I took a vocational class in high school. That was a 2-year technical course in graphic design, and it was really in that course where I felt like I finally found that thing that included a lot of different things I was passionate about, but I also found something that I was good at. And so for the first time I really felt like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I have always just really liked art. I've always liked computers. I've always been really good with computers, so it was like a kind of natural fit for both of those things. I would definitely tell students on campus who want to go into graphic design to get involved as much as you can, whether that's internships, going to the career department, going to job fairs, because I think a lot of people leave college and think that a job is just going to fall into their lap, and it does not work like that. I think it's important for alumni to be involved because out of anybody who's going to come to campus and talk to the students, alumni are the ones who really understand what it's like to be here and the course load that you're working with and the kind of opportunities you have on campus. So I think it's great for them to bring in other people as well, but I think alumni have that really unique experience of being able to say, like, this is what I experienced, and if you hit this, this is how I overcame that obstacle. I think the most exciting part about being an alumni of SNHU is to see how much the campus is expanding and growing, and all of the great initiatives that the university is doing, not only on campus, but just as a whole. So for me, being an alumni of this university, I can't wait to see what this university looks like in 10 years. I think a lot of people who graduate from here, stick around here, are tied to the university in some way, whether it's being involved as an alumni. Some people even work here after they graduate. And I think a pretty high number of people work here after they graduate because they like it so much, and it's like a good place to be. And so I'm really proud of that as an alumni of the university. I guess I'll say one thing I also appreciated about SNU when I came here is that the campus size is very intimate. So despite the university growing and getting bigger as a whole, I think the campus still has that really small community feel that is important, and I know that that's something that's important to everybody who's on campus. So I'm excited to see that that's kind of staying the same in spite of all the big changes that are happening, because we are getting all these great resources for lots of people and trying to figure out the best ways to serve all of our students, but we're still having that small, intimate feeling. So that's one thing I just think is really cool, and I think that's another thing that kind of stood out to me.